Chancellor Sullivan, President Sullivan, platform personnel, distinguished faculty, honorable guests. My name is Dr. Jay Marr, President and Chief Executive Officer of Sullivan University, and it is my pleasure and my honor to present to you the 217th Sullivan University graduating class that completed their programs in June of 2017, and the 218th Sullivan University graduating class that completed their programs in September of 2017. As the graduates enter the auditorium this morning, the Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, as well as our Dean of Students, will stand before us to ceremoniously receive each graduate and affirm their readiness to enter the ranks of those throughout the world who have preceded them. As each level enters the auditorium, they will be led by a distinguished academic leader from the university who will prominently display a banner of designation. Today's graduates will be led first by our Doctor of Philosophy graduates, followed by our master's graduates, then our baccalaureate graduates, our associate, diploma, and certificate graduates. I now invite the provost of the university to the podium to formally summon the graduating class.
Good morning. The university mace, which is cradled in front of the podium, is an ancient symbol of authority. It reminds us that universities are custodians of both the enduring traditions of learning and of the power bestowed upon those who come to learn. So that these commencement proceedings may begin, I authorize the distinguished academic leaders of the university to bring forth the 217th and 218th graduating classes of Sullivan University.
Good morning. Once again, I'm Dr. Jay Marr, President and Chief Executive Officer for Sullivan University. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, students at Sullivan University, it is my pleasure to welcome you, our graduates, your parents, spouses, and friends to the 2017 Fall Commencement Ceremony of Sullivan University. This is one of 4 ceremonies that Sullivan University does each year. We have this ceremony in the fall. We have a ceremony exactly like it in the spring of every year. And we also have a graduation for our Doctor of Pharmacy students, as well as a graduation ceremony for our Masters of Physician Assistant students. So you are a special group, and welcome to you this morning. Right now, would you please join me in thanking Ms. Jill Lucas, who is providing the beautiful music for graduation. Now I have just a few announcements before we begin our program. For those of you with small children, we ask that you please be sensitive to the importance of this ceremony to the graduates and their families. And while we welcome everyone to this event, if your child does happen to become fussy, please take him or her out of the auditorium. In the rear and on each side of the sanctuary, accessible from the hallway, are 2 soundproof cry rooms. These rooms have glass, so you can see the ceremony, and audio so you can hear the ceremony. There's one located over here and one located over there. For those of you who wish to take photographs of your graduate, we ask that you wait in your seat until your graduate's name is about to be called. Then return to your seat so others may also take photographs. Please note there is a professional photographer here taking pictures, and there is information in the program on how you may order pictures of your graduate receiving their diploma, certificate, or degree. This is a celebration. However, we do ask that you use proper discretion in expressing your excitement for your graduate. We ask that you hold applause until all certificates, diplomas, and degrees have been awarded. We have many graduates who could not be with us today as they are working in other parts of the country and indeed the world. Many have sent their best wishes to their fellow graduates, and we miss them and we wish them well. Many are joining us from around the world through an internet streaming this morning of the ceremony, and we welcome our domestic and international family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Chancellor of the Sullivan University System. Chancellor A.R. Sullivan, along with his father, founded Sullivan University in 1962. Chancellor Sullivan has had a distinguished career in higher education, and his list of accomplishments are many, of which I will only share with you a few this morning. Chancellor Sullivan has spent over 55 years in higher education. He has served in almost every leadership role in state, regional, and national educational organizations and associations. He has served as a member of the board of directors of the prestigious American Council on Education, whose membership includes the presidents of such institutions as Notre Dame and Harvard. Chancellor Sullivan is the only career-focused university chancellor to be elected to serve on the board of this prestigious institution. He has served as a chairman of the board of the 1,300-member Association of Independent Colleges and Schools. He was also chairman of its accrediting commission. He has served on numerous commissions, including the National Commission on Higher Education and the Adult Learner. He led Sullivan University in 1979 to be the first career-focused college or university in the South to receive accreditation from the prestigious Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. He followed that accomplishment in 1990 by taking Sullivan University to accreditation as a baccalaureate degree granting institution. In 1996, Sullivan University became the first private career college or university in the South to receive accreditation to award the master's degree from the Commission on Colleges, and the university opened its graduate school in January of 1997. The university has since received accreditation and offers both a doctorate of pharmacy and a doctorate of philosophy, or PhD, in management, with nearly 400 doctoral students enrolled in 2017. The Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges accredits other institutions such as Vanderbilt, the University of Kentucky, the University of Tennessee, Duke, and many other fine institutions in the South. Chancellor Sullivan has led this institution through numerous growth stages, with campuses located in Lexington and Fort Knox, and centers for learning in Louisa, Kentucky, and Northern Kentucky University. and it has students attending from 43 states and over 50 foreign countries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my pleasure to introduce to you the founder of Sullivan University, the Chancellor, and my most distinguished colleague, Chancellor A.R. Sullivan.
Good morning. I'm not talking to you all, I'm talking to them. Also, good morning to everybody. I think I traveled the furthest to be here today, flying over 8,000 miles last night, arriving early this morning to continue my record of never missing a graduation since the institution had its first class graduating in 1963. So it was a long ride. Didn't realize planes could carry that much fuel and fly that far without something unusual happening, but it was a pleasant flight all the way in. As I think about our start with 5 faculty and 7 students that first day in 1962, you can only think that we've come a long way. Thousands of successful alumni, 6 people who've had full careers and retired, which makes me feel old. 3 generations of the Sullivan family have and are leading this institution, and we hope will continue for many more generations. Institutions are strange creatures. It's like sports in any way, you're only as good, in our case, as our alumni. Our distinguished faculty can challenge you. As many of you know, some more than others. Some you love, some you tolerate, some you wonder how they ever got a job. Not really. But everybody is different. Everybody's personalities are different. And people that you thought were the best you've ever had, other people thought they were just good. And that's the way it is in the world of work, as you all know. You have colleagues you work with. Some you love, you think they're amazing, the best people you've ever seen, and some you wonder how they ever got a job. But they may think the same thing about you, where you work. So that makes the world go round. I can only say to you all today that we're proud of you. You reached a goal. For some of you who are finishing your associates, diplomas, bachelor's degrees, we do hope you continue on for an advanced degree all the way through the PhD, or the Doctor of Pharmacy if you're inclined to go in that direction. Programs are available here if you want them, but we do hope you do continue on with your education. Again, thank you for choosing Sullivan University as your choice of an education. Do us good. Be successful. Do well. Support your families well. Be leaders. Make a mark. Be happy. I'd like to now introduce David Keene, who will introduce the platform personnel.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you, to my right, your left from the audience, Dr. Diane Lawrence, Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost of the University. Ms. Barbara Dean, Executive Director of the Fort Knox campus. Dr. Jay Marr, President and Chief Executive Officer of Sullivan University. President Glenn Sullivan, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Sullivan University System. Ms. Stephanie Thomas, commencement speaker, who will be introduced later in the program. You've already met Chancellor A.R. Sullivan, Dr. Tim Swenson, Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Lavina Wilkin, Director of the PhD program, Mr. James Klein, University Ombudsman, and Ms. Kim Wells Mitchell, University Registrar. It's also my pleasure to introduce to you Kara Marco, who will provide the greetings from the faculty.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, family, and honored guests. On behalf of my colleagues, we are genuinely happy and proud that you are here. Graduates, we hope that you share our feelings. We hope that you are proud of your accomplishment and that you're savoring the opportunity to celebrate with the people you love and respect. Friends, family members, and honored guests, thank you for taking the time to join our graduates. Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday morning to honor them and show them through your presence that their accomplishment is important to you. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to provide the faculty greeting at our October 2017 commencement ceremony of Sullivan University. Today is one of the good days. It's one of the days where you've accomplished a huge goal, and you have the opportunity to stand shoulder to shoulder with people who share that experience and celebrate. You've passed your classes. The projects are turned in, the graduation attire arrived on time, and you look great. You're here, and everything should be perfect. But even on beautiful days like this one, we all know too well that everything will probably not go perfectly. This is real life. And this being real life, we know that something today has maybe already not gone as planned. Maybe everyone ran late this morning, and someone yelled at someone else as you were all trying to get in the car. Maybe the baby had a dirty diaper at exactly the wrong time, or started crying, or took a nap. Maybe someone you really hoped could be here or would be here is not here, and you're hurt by that even now. Maybe you couldn't find the graduation shoes you picked out, or maybe you had to throw a lot of stuff away when you moved out of the residence hall. But you know what? It's okay, because you're here now. You made it. In spite of all of the challenges, you've pulled this thing off. There were some of you today for whom everything has gone fine, and that's great. In the same way, there were some of you for whom this whole experience of passing through Sullivan was pretty stress-free, and maybe it was no big deal. But I know there aren't that many of you. For almost all of you, there were some tears, and there was some sweat, and there were maybe some nights when you lay awake thinking that maybe it would have been easier if you'd stayed doing what you were doing before you started. If you'd gone to another school in another city. We saw you at the library scowling at your computer, and we saw you in the cafeteria catching a nap with your head on the table. We saw you waiting for the bus or getting into the car at the end of a very long day. We knew there were some moments when you wanted to quit. For some of you, you maybe did leave for a quarter or 2 or maybe 10, but you came back hard as it was, and you finished this thing off. You might be ready to forget about those challenges and focus on the triumph, and you know what? You deserve that. But we encourage you instead to remember, if this was a challenging experience, remember that the good part is that you're coming out of this commencement with 2 great things today, not 1. The first is the degree that you've worked so hard for, the tool that we hope will allow you to construct a new life and a more secure and beautiful future for yourself and the people you love, even if they annoyed you today. The second is the memory, even if you only allow yourself to remember occasionally, of the challenges and the difficulty and just how very hard it was sometimes. We hope that along with your degree, you also carry with you the knowledge of your own capability to persist, to keep working when it seems like it might not come to anything, to overcome one difficult challenge just to find another in front of you, and still to keep walking forward towards something that matters deeply. We hope that the next time you meet a challenge that seems so difficult that it's only worth the cost because you want to achieve it so very much, you can remember this and say, I've been here before, and I can pull this thing off too. Graduates, families, friends, and honored guests, welcome. We're delighted to celebrate with you and be here to witness the first day of the future you should be proud to have earned. And now I'd like to introduce President Sullivan, who will introduce the commencement speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Graduates, congratulations. We're all so very proud of you. Thanks to this great faculty we have behind us. And as some have said earlier, I'm sure you have different kinds of feeling about them, but as time goes on, I think you'll find yourself more and more grateful for the rigor they brought to your education. I'm going to keep my remarks short this morning. I just want to remind family that it's graduation day, and no matter what else is going on, it's graduation day, and your graduates should be foremost in your thoughts. Just like at a wedding, it's all about the bride, and everybody else is just cast supporting characters. Today, let it be about your graduates. Put them in front, treat them like they're made of gold. Let them revel in the day, okay? And so that's what we want for everybody. Our speaker today, Stephanie Thomas, is a graduate and a really distinguished graduate. She is very much a person of merit and worth, and I'm so impressed, as you must have been reading her bio in the program and all, but getting to meet her and spending some time with her and listening to her speak from the heart about things that are important to her and things she's doing in her life and things she plans to do in her life is really inspiring. And so we're going to move on with that. I give you our speaker today, Stephanie Thomas.
Good morning. I just needed to pause. I hope you pause today. Before I jump into this, I just want to thank Chancellor Sullivan, President Glenn Sullivan, President and CEO Dr. Marr, distinguished panel and faculty, honored guest. Guys, I'm really happy to be here today. This smile is real. It's not fake. It's not because I have to stand here. I fell in love with education years ago, and I am intellectually curious because of a lot of my experiences here at Sullivan. So I'm going to take a moment to share some things with you today. But first, I got to get you involved because I know you got to stay awake. So the first thing I want to ask you is, without saying it out loud, I want you to think of 3 things you wish you could have done better or you'd like to do better that you thought about when you were in school. Just give you a second for that. You know how you can think of that really quickly? Now I want you to think of 3 things that you love about yourself. Which one was easier for you? Was it easier to think about what you could do to change yourself as opposed to celebrate all of your fabulousness? And I do mean fabulousness. See, the one thing that we don't tell each other enough is how amazing we are. And this is for the graduates right now, but I hope everyone in the room is hearing me. I'm here to remind you today that you are amazing. You are special. You have something to bring to the world. Someone reminded me of this years ago, which allows me to stand here today. 2 decades ago, as Miss Sullivan College's system, I found a platform about clothing for people with disabilities. And this week, as I prepared to come here and talk to you today, Tommy Hilfiger dropped his first line, dropped being a colloquialism for released, his first line of clothing for people with disabilities. It's interesting when I started having these conversations and talking about this. Imagine seeing the unseen for 2 decades. Imagine being a person talking about something and people nodding and slowly walking away, not wanting to hurt your feelings. Imagine having a passion about something that people not necessarily understanding. How do you go on? How do you stay personally motivated? I tell you how. Looking in the mirror and reminding yourself, I am amazing. You see, I know you can do this. You know why? because you're sitting here today. Every skill that you put in place to bring you to this moment in time today, don't neglect that skill, because that's the skill that you will need. Those are the skills that you will need to stand up for yourself when no one understands what you're talking about. Those are the skills that you'll need to be able to understand that, okay, maybe people can't see what I'm talking about or fully understand what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna trust myself. I'm gonna trust my gut instinct. And not just an instinct in work, but an instinct with people. Marcus Lemonis is a gentleman I like to watch on CNBC, has a really great show called The Prophet, and I love it because he says, people, process, and profit. I surround myself with good people. I surround myself with good people. I surround myself with good people. And it's gonna make a huge difference in your life. I'm telling you. You're like, oh, I'm already living. PhDs, masters, bachelors, associates, you already know, you already have things going on. And you know the difference that it makes on those tough days when you have people around you that drain you, and you have people around you that motivate you and inspire you. I jotted down some things that I wanted to share with you. I started out talking about how two decades ago I had this idea and these thoughts about clothing for people with disabilities, but I'm not a designer. I'm a communicator, I'm a speaker, I'm a storyteller. So I used my skills that I had to do what I wanted to be able to do to empower people with disabilities. So I came up with the idea to be a stylist. Since I don't design, I figured that I can create a styling system that can help caregivers and help people with disabilities dress with dignity and self-reliance. Why should you care about that? Well, because you have an idea. There's something that gnaws at you that no one may know about, that you've never shared with anyone. And I'm here to remind you that that thing that gnaws at you, that's the thing that you're here to fix. That thing that will never leave your mind, that's the thing that you're here to fix. And you don't have to fix it the way other people would fix it. Take your own skill sets. Take the things that you know how to do. Sometimes I think about the fact that we talk a lot about being able to overcome challenges. But how often do we say, are you ready to be a success? Are you ready to sometimes feel lonely? Are you ready to sometimes have people say, she thinks she's this, or he thinks he's that. Look at this person. They don't talk about that a lot, but that's a part of your success. You're gonna tell somebody, oh my gosh, I just graduated, and they're gonna say, you think you're better than me? I wanna give you just a heads up. Their comment is not about you. It's about them. So if you can just kind of look past that and understand that you may say your success may challenge them to be better, don't take that personally. But I would say to you, prepare yourself for success, mentally and physically, with your health, and being able to say to people that, you know what? I'm okay with standing out. I'm okay with appearing different. I'm okay with people not necessarily understanding me. Overnight success, I don't believe in it. 2 decades is not overnight success. Much of what it takes to accomplish goals is messy, it's arduous, it's all over the place. To be a trailblazer, to do anything that you're passionate about, it takes you being able to be flexible and being able to change. It takes the courage to be able to look in the mirror and say what I started with. You are amazing. And sometimes you expect people to say that on your graduation day because that's kind of like what we have to say, but I'm not saying it because of that. I just feel like with social media that allows us an opportunity to no longer be in the dark but to share, we get caught up in what the trend is. Do we have 2 million followers? Am I a macro influencer? Am I a person that's, able to get brands to support me? And then we forget about our own uniqueness. Sloppy copies are not necessary, guys. That's Pharrell's saying, not mine. Don't be a sloppy copy. You have something that's so special to give. But I know with social media, I work with brands and influencers. I know the temptations of trying to do everything you think is necessary in order to look like and be like everyone else. You didn't get to where you are today because you did your assignment exactly like the person sitting next to you. You got here because you have something special to share. These last couple of thoughts I want to share with you are things that I've learned over the years. And I know I didn't go into detail about everything that I do in my career, but I didn't come here to do that because this is your day. Honestly, I changed this speech several times because I wanted to be in the moment. I wanted to make sure that anything I shared with you today was something that came to me in the moment, that maybe someone, if you can take just one thing that I've said today and you can apply it to your life in any way, I will feel like that my moment here has been special. You see, I'm honored to be a part of your life story. You may not remember me 10 years from now, but maybe you'll remember something that I've said, okay? The first thing is be authentically you. I love dance. I'm a non-traditional student because my first 2 years after high school, I was a professional cheerleader for the Chicago Bulls. It was an accident. I can't take any credit for it, honestly. I'm not kidding. I stumble into the oddest things. So I go to this audition. I'm number 23 out of 400 women. I didn't even know who Michael Jordan was. So to get his number and not really know where I was or what I was doing was pretty incredible. I wind up becoming the youngest captain on the Lovables. And I got a little bored with that. You know how you are when you're 18, 20 years old. You're like, okay, I'm over that. So then I decided to take a vocal scholarship. And then I started to study all of these liberal arts. And then I was introduced to the world of business at Sullivan University. And it changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my career, guys, because I could bring my love for dance and studying and research all under the guise of business. Let me tell you why I mentioned my love for dance. You see, I was told that I wouldn't walk. I have 3 toes on one foot and 4 on the other, and yes, I love to rock a heel. I like high heel shoes because I'm kind of petite. The doctors didn't even think I'd be able to stand, let alone walk or dance or do any of those things. So my point in this, no one knows you like you know you. No one knows you like you know you. Don't let anyone determine your limitations based on what they see. If I am born this way, I believe in God. He didn't make any mistakes. He knew exactly what he was doing. If he chose to make me this way, then it was because this is what I needed to be in order to share my story with someone. So be authentically you. Manage your expectations of others. It took me years to learn that. I always expected people to celebrate me and to celebrate my accomplishments. You know how you're just excited and you want to tell your friends and you're super excited? Manage your expectations of others. Why? Because, man, we're doing this thing together. We're all going through life. We're going to have good times and bad times and moments. You might go to someone with your good news and they've just lost a loved one. Someone may be driving in a car and you're patient and you're going along and maybe they just lost their job. So managing your expectations of others will relieve a lot of stress. So be authentically you, manage your expectations of others, and just fall in love with your craft. Study, research, study, research. You're like, oh man, I'm at my graduation. Are you really talking about studying and researching? Yes, because this is just the beginning. And here's the exciting part. You get to do it for you now. It's all for you. Even though your education was for you, some of the studying was put on you that maybe you thought, I'd like to study something else. So I would suggest, and it's only a suggestion, instead of the time that you used to study for getting this degree, now put that time into the thing that you want to do, the thing that you want to do to change the world. Even if you only set aside, less time, like 10, 15 minutes to do it. Staying motivated means staying on top of it, staying excited about it. Be your own cheerleader. Does that make any sense? I'll tell you what keeps me excited. What keeps me excited is that my disability fashion styling system, which has 3 very simple points. 1, accessible. Making sure that it's easy for people to get in and out of clothing with disabilities. If you're wondering what the difference is, someone who's in a wheelchair has what I refer to as a seated body type. That seated body type means that the pants need to be just a bit higher in the back, longer in the front. Those rivets and different things on the clothing could actually cause harm to their body. So you want to make sure that it's easy for them to get in and out for their seated body type. You want to make sure that it's number 2, medically safe. And number 3, you want to make sure that it's fashionable, that works with their lifestyle, their body types, and when they look at it, they smile. We don't really talk a lot about managing our dress and self-efficacy, but it's connected. Today, you got to choose what you wore to your graduation. There are a lot of people with disabilities that don't often get to make those same choices. So the things that I want to say is when I developed that system, I developed something, and this is my final point. I know you like to hear that, so now you're listening. This is my final point. That you don't have to approach a problem the same way everyone would. Find your way. I need to say that again. Find your way. Trust yourself. I don't know why this keeps coming to me to say it to you, but trust yourself. I know what you read, I know social media, I know everything around you. That disability fashion styling system came to me when I was flown to California and a designer walked me around their facility and they were like, oh, she's gonna design for people with disabilities. Gave me some clothes and sent me home and never took my calls again. This is my absolute final point. Welcome the closed doors. I wouldn't be doing my work today had they not closed that door for me. So thank you, designer that I can't say your name. It has been a pleasure to be a part of your life story. Be authentic, manage your expectations of others, fall in love with your craft, study it, research it, trust your gut, and welcome closed doors, because I guarantee you there will be an opening for something even better.
Now it's my great pleasure to invite to the podium Ms. Nicole Gooden, Associate Director of Alumni Affairs.
Good morning, everyone. How do I follow that? Well, as Mr. Key mentioned, I'm the Associate Director of Alumni Affairs for the Sullivan University System, and I'm here to present the 2017 Distinguished Alumnus Award on behalf of the Alumni Association. The true meaning of a university's greatness can be found in the achievements of its graduates. The Distinguished Alumnus Award program is a celebration of the system's rich history in providing excellence in education. The award recognizes those men and women who demonstrate the Sullivan way and the power of the Sullivan experience. It illustrates the great values of the academic programs and student involvement at Sullivan University. It also increases the pride of the former students, staff, and faculty have for the university. The recipient for 2017 is Stephanie Thomas. As you have just witnessed from her commencement speech, she is well deserving of this prestigious award. It is my distinct pleasure to award Stephanie Thomas the 2017 Distinguished Alumnus Award for Sullivan University.
Okay, now before the graduates come forward, and as President Sullivan said, Today is the day of the graduates. It's your time. I'd like to mention again that we encourage picture taking and that those family members and friends with cameras may come to the front and capture this special moment. We only ask that you wait to come forward until your graduate nears the front, and after you've taken the picture of your loved one, if you move quickly back to your seat so that others may also capture this special moment. You'll notice on the commencement program that many of the graduates have 1, 2, or 3 asterisks listed in front of their name. 1 asterisk represent cum laude graduates. 2 asterisks represent magna cum laude graduates. And 3 asterisks represent summa cum laude graduates. Cum in Latin means with, and laude in Latin means praise. So cum laude means with praise, and this distinction is given to those graduates with a grade point average of a 3.30 to 3.59. Magna in Latin means great, so magna cum laude means with great praise for those graduates with a 3.60 to 3.79 grade point average. And the word summa in Latin means highest, so summa cum laude means with highest praise for those graduates with a 3.80 to a 4.0 grade point average. Also listed in the program are those graduates who are recipients of the President's Award. Recipients of the President's Award for academic achievement must have maintained at least a 3.70 grade point average on a 4.0 scale for their accumulated work at Sullivan University. These graduates have attained that academic achievement. If you will again, please hold your applause until all of the graduates have received their certificates, diplomas, and degrees. You're on. Ladies and gentlemen, is it on? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start with our certificate and diploma graduates. Deanda C. Day, Pharmacy Technician, Diploma, cum laude. Elisa M. Haythorne, Professional Cook Diploma. Heather Hess, Medical Coding Diploma. Teddy James Moore, Professional Cook Diploma, Personal and Private Chef Diploma, cum laude. Heather Robinson, Medical Administrative Assistant Diploma. Tanae Maya Samaro, Business Administration Diploma. And ladies and gentlemen, the following certificate and diploma graduates are also recipients of the President's Award. Heather Alexander, Information Technology Diploma, magna cum laude. Tanya M. Bailey, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Paralegal Studies, summa cum laude. Naquisha S. Ford, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate, Paralegal Studies, summa cum laude. Shondale Emil Robertson, System Support and Administration Certificate, magna cum laude. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our associate degree graduates. Margaret L. Allen, Associate of Science in Logistics and Transportation Management, cum laude. Sean Ball, Associate of Science in Culinary Arts. Brianna Ray Barr, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts. Rebecca Abigail Bateman, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Shara Lee Bowen, Associate of Science in Medical Assisting, cum laude. Deanna Rose Box, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Daniel D. Brickhouse, Associate of Science, Hotel Restaurant Management, magna cum laude. Kayla L. Brown, Associate of Science in Medical Office Management. Chaz Brew, Associate of Science in Computer Information Technology, cum laude. Shelby Elizabeth Chanley, Associate of Science in Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Tori Charles, Associate of Science in Culinary Arts. Dorothy Daniel, Associate of Science in Administrative Office Management. Michaela Lynn Danley, Associate of Science in Business Management. Madison N. Decker, Associate of Science, Baking and Pastry Arts. Shelby L. Irvin, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Amika Irvin, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts, cum laude. Nakisha N. Estrada, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts. William James I., Associate of Science in Computer Information Technology, cum laude. Lakenya C. Fountain, Associate of Science in Business Management. Riley Frick, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts. Victor Flynn Garricon, Associate of Science in Computer Information Technology. Tara R. Gilbert, Associate of Science in Medical Assisting, cum laude. Charlie Grigsby, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Dana R. Guest, Associate of Science in Supply Chain Management. Joshua Gully, Associate of Science in Computer Information Technology. Kenai Happy, Associate of Science in Culinary Arts. Jonathan Hawkins, Associate of Science in Business Management, cum laude. Kristen Marie Claire Hawthorne, Associate of Science in Paralegal Studies. Rachel Morgan Herring, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, cum laude. Kaylee A.A. Holmesley, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Brianna J. Hunter, Associate of Science, Baking and Pastry Arts, cum laude. Tyler Wayne Hunter, Associate of Science in Information Technology, cum laude. He already did it. Marshall Patrick Jordan, Associate of Science in Culinary Arts. Allison Nicole Kemper, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts. Eric Kim, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, cum laude. Marcus Kimbrough, Associate of Science in Supply Chain Management. Destiny Nichelle Knight, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts. Laura Marie Lawless, Associate of Science in Computer Information Technology. Crystal Lynn Lee, Associate of Science in Baking and Pastry Arts. Nicole Long, Associate of Science in Medical Office Management, cum laude. Celia Faith May Lowe, Associate of Science in Culinary Arts. Lynn C. Moreau Wilson, Associate of Science in Paralegal Studies, magna cum laude. Fu Naquenya, Associate of Science in Hotel Restaurant Management, magna cum laude. Rosa Maria Navarro, Associate of Science in Information Technology, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Peoples, Associate of Science, Baking and Pastry Arts. Laura Perez, Associate of Science in Health Information Management. Adriana Perez Perez, Associate of Science in Pharmacy Technician, cum laude. Tristan Phillips, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Ashley Nicole Pollard, Associate of Science in Early Childhood Education. Joshua David Pulford, Associate of Science, Information Technology. Ian Christopher Reynolds, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Whitney Renee Richardson, Associate of Science, Business Management. Tavay Ridgway, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Tyler D. Sheppers, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Miranda Jo Sellers, Associate of Science, Hotel Restaurant Management. Talon Spencer, Associate of Science, Administrative Office Management, cum laude. Carter D. Sick, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, cum laude. Sierra Renee Taylor, Associate of Science in Accounting. Robert W. Thomas, Associate of Science in Justice and Public Safety Administration. Kayla A. Tilford, Associate of Science, Computer Information Technology. Brian Allen Vandenberg, Jr., Associate of Science in Business Management. Dewana Walker, Associate of Science, Administrative Office Management, cum laude. Jonna Suzanne Wimsett, Associate of Science, Business Management, cum laude. Bradley J. Wiseman, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the following associate degree graduates are also recipients of the President's Award. Timothy Augustinello, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, summa cum laude. Samantha Capley, Associate of Science, Information Technology, summa cum laude. Jeffrey M. Dan, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, summa cum laude. Deidre Lenice Davis, Associate of Science, Medical Office Management, summa cum laude. Emily Dunnigan, Associate of Science, Baking and Pastry Arts, summa cum laude. Bruce E. C. Durham, Associate of Science in Computer Information Technology, summa cum laude. Rose M. Eberhardt, Associate of Science in Event Management and Tourism, summa cum laude. Allison Lee Goldberg, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, summa cum laude. Joseph Hinkle, Associate of Science, Computer Information Technology, magna cum laude. Sean Ryan Horn, Associate of Science in Information Technology, magna cum laude. Sean Linton, Associate of Science, Event Management and Tourism, magna cum laude. Jonathan Patterson, Associate of Science, Culinary Arts, magna cum laude. Michelle Dawn Philbrick, Associate of Science, Medical Office Management, summa cum laude. Emily Kathleen Stamper, Associate of Science, Baking and Pastry Arts, summa cum laude. Beatrice Tirado, Associate of Science, Medical Office Management, summa cum laude. Ashley Willoughby, Associate of Science, Business Management, magna cum laude. Lindsay Diane Willoughby, Associate of Science, Medical Assisting, summa cum laude. Cretia J. Absher Jett. And Cretia is the first of our bachelor's degree graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Cretia J. Absher Jett, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. Awadia Del Adol, Bachelor of Science, Justice and Public Safety Administration. Joseph M. Arnold III, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Supply Chain Management, concentration, cum laude. Maureen Danielle Bell, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management, concentration. She's a library assistant for the Sullivan University Louisville, and presenting her degree today is her mother, Danya Bell, Senior Associate Registrar at Sullivan University Louisville. Brittany Renee Birch, Bachelor of Science with Business Administration, Healthcare Management, concentration, cum laude, and presenting Brittany's degree today is her mother, Angela Birch, Admissions Team Lead, Sullivan University, Lexington. Stephanie Prater Blevins, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Sherry L. Board, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Justice and Public Safety and Management, concentrations, cum laude. What do you say, Andre? What do you say, man? Andre Q. Bowen, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management, concentration, magna cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Brady, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Human Resource Leadership and Management concentrations, cum laude. Jennifer Brewer, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, magna cum laude. Stephanie S. Brinkley, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration. Rose Berlin P. Cherissier, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Healthcare Management option. Concentration. Janet L. Coffey, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration, cum laude. Nicole Marie Cowan, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration. William R. Croft, Sr., Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Trish A. Deal, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. Mary Annette Dowell, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration, magna cum laude. Jacob L. Fraser, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration, cum laude. Ediger Gonzalez, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Human Resource Leadership and Management concentrations. Jessica L. Groth, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. Susan Renee Hill, Bachelor of Science, Accounting, cum laude. Jim Abdullah Job, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Janine E. Kemper, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Human Resource Leadership and Management concentrations. Edward Kopp, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, magna cum laude. Noel Lujang Lemmy, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Melanie L. Marville, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Leadership, cum laude. And Melanie is Administrative Assistant at Spencerian College, Louisville, which is a part of the Sullivan University system. Campbell Mattis, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, cum laude. Lisa Ann McCormick, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Marquisha Lynette McCrary, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Healthcare Management concentration. Catherine Elizabeth Melendez, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Human Resource Leadership and Management concentrations, cum laude. And Catherine is the Academic Services Coordinator, Sullivan University, online. Luis Miranda Cabrera, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Ronald W. Morton, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management, concentration. Crystal Evans Newton, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Leadership. Brianna A. Oliver, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Leadership, magna cum laude. Robin Olson, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Teresa Ray Pena, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Human Resource Leadership, and Management concentrations. Presenting Teresa's degree today is her husband, Anthony Pena, Associate Provost for Instruction and Online Learning, Sullivan University Online. Oh. Elena Pryor, Bachelor of Science in Justice and Public Safety Administration, cum laude. Lenitras Chantel Rice, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Management concentration. Nasha Saunders, Bachelor of Science in Accounting. I would have said no. Tina Shanks, Bachelor of Science in Paralegal Studies, magna cum laude. Ronnie J. Showers, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Third, huh? Donald Leon Skinner III, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. What do you say, Mitch? Mitchell Lee Stevens, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Management concentration. Alston C. Tatum III, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Marketing concentration. Teresa Vaughn, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Accounting and Management concentrations, magna cum laude. Whitney Votal, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration, cum laude. Rita M. Warren, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, magna cum laude. Cassandra Michelle Watson, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, cum laude. Elizabeth M. A. Wimpset, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Marketing concentration, magna cum laude. Jason L. Winchester, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Finance concentration. Ladies and gentlemen, the following bachelor's degree graduates are also recipients of the President's Award. Jennifer Arnold, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Healthcare Management concentration, summa cum laude. Stuart Edward Cravens, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Marketing concentration, summa cum laude. Douglas E. Cromer, Bachelor of Science, Information Technology, summa cum laude. Lisa Michelle Ellis, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management concentration, magna cum laude. Michael Robert Ettman, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, summa cum laude. Athena Antoinette Foster, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Management, magna cum laude. Frida Hauk, Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Healthcare Management, and Management concentration, summa cum laude. Danielle Maniscalco, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Management concentration, summa cum laude. Morgan Kelly Murray, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Leadership, summa cum laude. Dustin S. Maynor, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, Healthcare Management concentration, magna cum laude. Jacob Allen Morrison, Bachelor of Science, Interdisciplinary Business Studies, Finance and Management concentration, summa cum laude. Erin Jean Ann Potts, Bachelor of Science, Hospitality Management, summa cum laude. Bobby Curtis Reedy, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, summa cum laude. William Carey Thompson, Bachelor of Science, Hospitality Management, summa cum laude. Minat Tivu, Bachelor of Science in Accounting, summa cum laude. Mark M. Watanabe, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, summa cum laude. Amanda R. Young, Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Leadership, summa cum laude. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our master's degree graduates, Lisa Ann Ayers, Master of Business Administration, cum laude. Julia Cassidy Bryan, Master of Business Administration. Andre D. Chapman, Master of Science in Managing Information Technology. Kimberly Rochelle Edwards, Master of Science in Conflict Management, cum laude. Lonnie L. Harden, Jr., Master of Science in Human Resource Leadership, cum laude. Kelly Hawkins, Master of Science in Managing Information Technology, magna cum laude. Halamatu Sadia Adam, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Management, concentration, cum laude. Aji Awa Jiao, Master of Business Administration, Accounting, concentration, magna cum laude. Mark Edwin Goins II, Master of Business Administration, Strategic Human Capital Management, concentration. Leah Greenlaw, Master of Science, Human Resource Leadership, cum laude. Angela Avadine Wesley Humphrey, Master of Science, Human Resource Leadership, cum laude. Sierra Chanel Knight, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Management, concentration. Pooja Kote, Master of Science in Managing Information Technology, cum laude. Marcia Mattingly, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science, also in Managing Information Technology, magna cum laude. Priyambadu Ravi, Master of Science in Managing Information Technology, magna cum laude. Amanda G. Rayburn, Master of Business Administration, Strategic Human Capital Management, concentration, cum laude. Praveen Salveri, Master of Business Administration, cum laude. Sohel Imrod Sahid, Master of Business Administration, cum laude. Joshua M. Scarpacci, Master of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Deja Marie Smith, Master of Business Administration, cum laude. You're welcome. Kyle Michael Smith, Master of Business Administration. Saqib Soyeb, Master of Science in Managing Information Technology, magna cum laude. Justin B. Stevenson, Master of Business Administration. Dion Carnell Taylor, Master of Business Administration and Master of Science in Managing Information Technology. Glenn Taylor Jr., Master of Business Administration, cum laude. Jessica Danielle Williams, Master of Business Administration and Master of Science in Managing Information Technology, cum laude. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the following master's degree graduates are also recipients of the President's Award. Crystal Bradley, Master of Science in Management, summa cum laude. Crystal is a verification specialist, Sullivan University System. Bridget Verna Chambers, Master of Science in Management, magna cum laude. the people that make the fruitcakes. It is, isn't it? Samuel J. Claxton, Master of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Anthony Colbert, Master of Science in Managing Information Technology, magna cum laude. Lisa Michelle Cox, Master of Science in Human Resource Leadership, summa cum laude. Jessie Nicole Krask, Master of Business Administration, Accounting Concentration, magna cum laude. Ashley DeVoe, Master of Science in Management, summa cum laude. Eugene Dunbar, Master of Science in Management, Conflict Management Concentration, summa cum laude. Sherry Elaine Dutchke, Master of Science in Conflict Management, summa cum laude. Heather, what'd you do to your car? Heather Ellis, Master of Science in Conflict Management, summa cum laude. Bonnie L. Epperson, Master of Science in Management, Conflict Management Concentration, summa cum laude. Sonia E. Hawkins, Master of Science in Management, summa cum laude. And Sonia is an awards specialist for Sullivan University System. Ashley Elizabeth Jackson, Master of Business Administration, summa cum laude. Svetlana Lazarenko, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Management Concentration, summa cum laude. Guadalupe Nethery, Master of Science in Cybersecurity, summa cum laude. Here, keep an eye on her. Diego Israel Ordonez Medina, Executive Master of Business Administration, summa cum laude. Paul Perkins, Master of Business Administration, Accounting Concentration, summa cum laude. Presenting Paul's degree today is his sister, Jennifer Gaither, Professor for Sullivan University, Louisville. Jennifer is an instructor in the Institute for Legal Studies. A little bit of history. Hold up there. Hold them up. A little bit of history. Their family has a rich history with Sullivan University. Their father was a much-loved faculty member and professor in the Institute for Legal Studies for 17 years before his death in 2004. Professor Perkins presented Professor Gaither with her degree from that program in 1995, and then she returned to Sullivan to fill her father's position after his death. The Perkins family history with Sullivan University includes 5 of their siblings who have earned a combined 9 degrees from Sullivan University. Sullivan University System Schools. Paul, of course, Paul holds the family record with 3 degrees. He also has earned 2 bachelor's degrees from Sullivan. The Gaither family shares in that history. In fact, Professor Gaither and her husband met at Sullivan, and their 2 daughters also are in attendance as well. So congratulations, Paul, it's your day. Scott R. Pettigrew, Master of Science in Conflict Management, magna cum laude. Valencia Letitia Sanders, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Management, concentration, magna cum laude. Kayla Ryan Schaefer, Master of Science in Management, Conflict Management, concentration, summa cum laude. John Gregory Simmons, Master of Science in Human Resource Leadership, summa cum laude. Alicia C. Smith, Master of Science in Conflict Management, summa cum laude. Michael Ray Songer, Master of Business Administration, Conflict Management, concentration, summa cum laude. Jessica Ray Tillery, Master of Business Administration, summa cum laude. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our PhD graduates. Linda Ann Higgins, Doctor of Philosophy in Management. Ahmed Old Sadia, Doctor of Philosophy in Management. A little bit about Ahmed. He wins the award for the distance. He wins the distance award coming in today because he flew in from Central Africa. Nine 9,500 miles, and he said he only had to change planes twice. Ahmed Old Sadia. Thomas James Smith, Doctor of Philosophy and Management, and Tom is Director of the Hospitality Management Programs at Sullivan University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a big, big round of applause for all of the graduates. Standing ovation.
All right, you have to listen a little for another minute or two, you can get the heck out of here. For those receiving certificates and diplomas today, please rise. There you are, your certificates and diplomas, not degrees. All right, here they are. All right. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the Board of Directors of Sullivan University, I award these certificates and diplomas with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. Oh, after being with us all these years, you can't learn how to follow directions. I take it. For those of you receiving associate degrees today, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, the Board of Directors of Sullivan University, I hereby confer upon you these Associate of Science degrees with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. For all of you receiving a Bachelor of Science degree today, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, the Board of Directors of Sullivan University, hereby confer upon you these Bachelor of Science degrees with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. For those receiving master's degrees today, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, the Board of Directors of Sullivan University, hereby confer upon you these master's degrees with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. For those receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degrees, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, the Board of Directors of Sullivan University, hereby confer upon you these PhD degrees with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. Okay, graduates, you can now move your tassels to the left. If they move to the left. Sometimes they don't move. Okay, would all of you stand and put down what's in your hands and turn around and face the audience? Now I want you to applaud your family, friends, spouses, and others who are here supporting you. All right, turn back around and sit back down again, please. Not enough is said, but all of you will have memories of one or more faculty members who made a difference in getting you to the point you're at today. They got you past the test, they gave you a voice of encouragement, they were there when you needed them, or they got out of your way, whichever it was. Very little of the last, I'm sure. To our faculty sitting on both sides in the wings, my thank you to each of you for how much you give to Sullivan University and to each of your students every day and night and weekends and online. And you do make a difference. And that's important to have a job in life where you do make a difference. Again, thank you for all being out here today to honor the important members in your life. For those that couldn't be with us today from around the world, and we have graduates all around the world who could not make the trip, we're going to measure how much miles we were different on getting here today. I want to recognize Dr. Renee Rust Yarmouth to give our benediction.
I'd like to ask you all please to stand. All-loving God, we humbly come before you today at a benchmark in the lives of these graduates. As we look at these graduates, we give praise for the diligent study and preparation that has allowed them to stand here today. Many of them have toiled and struggled to receive the honor, and for this, we give thanks to you for your guidance and strength. We also give thanks for the faculty and staff, as they too have provided an immeasurable service. Now, as these graduates leave this place today, please show them your path and your blessing. May the education that they have received provide the foundation for a successful and joy-filled life. Please continue to encourage them, excite them, and challenge them both intellectually and spiritually. Please be with us as we continue to educate students to the highest standard, so more may come to know the hope and joy that this graduating class does now. In your precious name we pray, amen.